video. I'll wait for everyone to come in. This is not a very happy story. Well, it is kind of happy, but it comes from tragedy. But welcome everybody. Let me get my voice in check. Hold on. Close my pop, get my water. Turn this down a bit. Let's chillax. Now, can I just say quickly, first and foremost, I haven't planned this video. All my content is found on the public domain. I do operate using the fair use guidelines, together with my own opinions, which are not necessarily true. I'd say happy Sunday, and I don't really want to be the bearer of bad news, but to me, it ain't really, but it can't, you know what I mean? It ain't. And this is just my humble opinion. So like I said, all my content is found on the public domain. I do operate using the fair use guidelines, together with my own opinions, which are not necessarily true. Right. A few years ago, people, I, weirdly enough, was living in London. And at the same time, I was living in London with someone who's got the name that's literally close to Ian Huntley. So we kind of, I knew it wasn't my mate because he's was slightly different, the last name, but literally nearly the same. At least this one had a heart. He's my mate, the one I lived with. Wonderful gentleman. Now, a few years ago, people, it was in 2002, and sit down, this is going to be a long one. In 2002, unfortunately, 2 little girls were unalived. And I don't think it was just the way, and this is a trigger warning video, I don't think it was the way that these young ladies were unalived, these young girls, they were children. I think it was also the shock for a lot of British people, and I'm pretty sure it went worldwide, who done it. Because it's someone that you put your trust in with children. And it was 2 people that done it. So it was a double child murder. And this happened in Cambridgeshire, in England, the 4th of August. The 2 girls were 10-year-old victims. Jessica Amy Chapman and Holly Marie Wells. Sorry, it winds me up that we put trust in people with our children. Anyways, they were going to get some ice cream, and we have a thing in England where we call it the 6 weeks holiday. Hi Tony, how are you, honey pot? We have a thing in England where we call it a 6-week holiday. And during the 6 weeks holidays, literally, you know, where parents get broke, things like that, because you have to afford uniform, food, holidays. So, you know, often you'd have, especially back in those days, even though we know that times are dangerous and there's been plenty of child unalivings, like the Moors murder, etc. But, hold on, let me just turn this down. Sorry, people. Like I said, I haven't planned this. This happened yesterday. So really, I was chilling with the family yesterday. So I've only really got to know this. I'm okay, you know, Tony. We're talking a bit on the other channel. I really am okay, sis. I swear down. I've been trying to like stock up on shopping to get this ratchet hair done. But you know what, babes? I'm more into my beauty at the moment. And like I said, I listened to your advice. I've given away a prize to John this month, yeah? I'm sending it tomorrow. I need a reminder of yours because I know it's not May, is it? It's either June or July because everyone's sending me the dates now. Say hello to Ubby, family, everything, yeah? And if you have a look on my other videos, babes, you'll see I've done the hair. It's not quite finished. We need another one. But, yeah, we're getting there. Right, July. And you need to email me your address. And after emailing it, we delete. Do you know what I mean? I'm paranoid. I'm not even lying. But I went on my shop yesterday and I was thinking of redesigning some new things. And I could really do with some good ideas. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Tony, I found out that Ian Huntley died yesterday. He got unalived in prison. So I'm just going to tell everyone, just remind them of the story, of what actually happened. And this one really did shock me, I'm not going to lie. I think it was quite... I think the shock factor for me was A, finding out who'd done it, and B, the way that they disposed of the body. It was absolutely atrocious. I mean, there's evil and then there's another planet. At this goddamn moment, sorry, Lord, don't say the Lord's name in vain, sorry everyone. But sometimes you really have to question people's mentality. You really, yeah, that one with the teacher. So we have the two girls, Holly Marie Wells and Jessica Amy Chapman, best friends, you know, one of those ones, you know, you got your BFF forever, do you know, even as boys, do you know what I mean? You've always got that school friend that you grew up with. And, you know, you might not maintain that relationship in adulthood, but these two, their families were close, the girls were close, so they done absolutely everything together. And on this one unfaithful day, on the 4th of August, 2002, people, this happened in England, in SOHAM, Cambridgeshire. They were, I'm going to use the word, lured out of their yard. And the reason I'm using that word is because if you're lured out of somewhere, chances are you very much likely, 99.99999% know who's doing it. Luring is literally like someone tempting you to go somewhere and you trust them. Main word there, trust them. And people, I think, sometimes, they don't take children for as clever as they are. A lot of people dismiss what children say. And, you know, they might not be able to explain things as clearly as us adults can understand. But I think a lot of the times we should listen to children. When my children were telling me things, it could have sounded wilder than aliens landing, and I'm still believing my child until I can prove wrong. Until I swear down. Anyone else, I'll be like, no, I need the facts. With my children, I don't see. There's little white lies like they do, you know what I mean? You know when the white lies are happening, innit, parents? Any carers out there, fosters, we know. But for the most part, children are very innocent. They can be conniving, but they're very innocent. And if they're being lured somewhere, chances are they know the person. And chances are the family knows the person. So they're off to get some ice cream. And they went missing people. Like, literally just disappeared. It was like 11:45 and it was a Sunday morning. You know, just going to get the ice cream. Yep, that one. Just going to get the ice cream. So Jessica, she leaves her home on Brook Street, people, in SOHAM. Yeah. To go to a barbecue at Holly's house. BFF. And like I said, and Holly literally lives around the corner in Red House Gardens. She did tell her parents that a friend gave her a necklace that was engraved with a H on it. H for Holly. So they knew that she was wearing that. A friend got it off from Menorca. We're on holiday. So that's another clue, yeah? We knew, obviously, when you're looking for a missing person, missing child, missing anyone, adults, dogs, you have a description. We knew when she left her house to go to Jessica's. Sorry, when Holly left to go to Jessica's house. I'm getting it wrong. When Jessica left her house to go to Holly's. Jessica's a brown-haired one. Holly's a blonde one. I think. She had a necklace on that Jessica had bought her with a H on it that she was wearing. So, you know, there's a clue. We need to find a necklace with a H on it. They had spent, you know, about half an hour playing computer games with another friend, Natalie. And they was listening to music before Natalie returned home. About 3:15, Jessica, was it Jessica? Had changed into a Manchester United football shirt. So another distinctive point there. At 5:04, the mom, Wells' mom, Holly Wells, her mother, took a picture of both of them. They had dinner with other guests. So, you know, straight away, if your child's gone missing later on, you're going to think it could have been any of those guests as well. Anyways, they went on the internet between 5:11 and 5:32, Jessica and Holly, upstairs. And at 6:05, they left Holly Wells' residence and they didn't tell anyone. So one thing you do say to your children, and I was vigilant about this, it gets on my nerves. When you leave in the house, tell someone where you're going. Be vigilante with your children. We was all kids once. We all thought we knew something. We thought we knew everything. In fact, to this day, I'm 44. I think I know everything. I don't know nothing. But, you know, they must have thought parents are chilled. It's Sunday. It's the holidays. Boom. So they went out. They didn't tell their parents. Some say that they was intending to buy sweets from a vending machine from Ross Pierce Sports Centres. Others are saying, no, it was ice cream. Either way, they passed the college that was close to their home of Ian Huntley. Now, Ian Huntley, people, let's go on to him quickly. He worked as a caretaker at the school where both those young ladies went. He was born on the 31st of January in Grimsby in 1974. And obviously, from the title of my channel, he died on the 7th of March. He did have a spouse, a partner, Claire, but they fell out in 1999. And he's got one sibling, a brother. Anyways, Ian decided to be dating a girl called Maxine Carr. Morning, Enigma, how are you, honey part? Ian decided to date the teacher called Maxine Carr. And Maxine, like I said, she was a teacher at the school. Now Maxine is in prison. She's 49 years old currently. Born on the 16th of February 1977. Got one sister. I don't really like giving out the names because I think if someone's done a crime, why we blame? I won't want someone in my family to be doing a crime and my name is spread all over the paper because it does inadvertently affect my life, my family's life, my friend's life, any association to do with my future past, everything. It's a violation. But what can you do? You can't choose your family. Unless you marry them, like. But, like I said, it was a double murder. Maxine is out of prison. She done, what was it? Was it 10 years that this girl done? Because she gave most of the blame to Tony. Sorry, I'm reading Tony's name. People, it wasn't my Tony. Oh, M to the G. Tony, it was not you. You're a girl. Enigma, I'm literally doing research while I'm on my live because I only found out about 10 minutes before I started this show. I'm not lying. Shamz trying to get back to her murder cases and you know what I mean? You just got to keep it a bit light, innit? Because I'll shit you fucking up. This world is effed to the max. I'm standard, innit? I'll be blaming Enigma next for the fucking Idaho 4. Anyway, Maxine Carr has allegedly got a £2 million identity paid for by the British taxpayers and a new husband to corrupt, allegedly. So she's out free. I wonder if she's crying her heart out now. Maxine and Carr. And you know what? I feel like giving away a new name, but I'll get done. I'll shit you fucking now. I really do, please. I'm lethal. One day I'm arsenic, and the next day I'll get bored and I'm just cyanide. The day after I could be hydraulic acid. Who knows? Never know what you're going to get with Shamz, people, but I'm being nice here, yeah. Today I think I'm just cyanide. Anyway, Mans was like 52 years old. And he's had what? He's had about over 10 attacks. I'm going to let you listen to a report. So at least this report will tell you what happened. He got attacked in prison. What he done to them girls were absolutely disgusting. He lured them to either his yard or hers. Let me just get this fact right. Oh, you know what? My heart just skipped a beat. No lie. Literally, my heart just skipped a beat. The body was discovered on the 17th of August 2002, even though the girls died on the 4th of August 2002. I know, I got a warning sign today, mush. Cyanide. So any mofos come on here playing your fucking mouth like we're in a concert, watch. Do you know what I mean? You just be the recorder. There's only one composer here, and it ain't them. Trolls. I don't want to call them trolls. Can we just call them fucking knobheads? Cunts. We call them cunts from now on. I ain't calling them trolls. They don't deserve it. It's too nice. I used to collect trolls. They were cuter. In real, like, on a real. Am I lying though, peeps? Am I lying? Come on, come on. Am I lying though? No. God strike me then. So, the precise sequence of events was the girls entered 5 college closed, yeah. They believe that, oh my God, he's the worst thing. This man went on TV going, they can find them. In his Grimsby voice, in his grimy voice. Sorry to everyone from Grimsby, but it sounds shit though in Grimsby. It sounds like he's got fucking gangrene all over it. I bet you it's a beautiful place, Grimsby. But the fucking, even the name sounds grim. Grim Reaper, the law. Anyways, 8 o'clock, Nicola Wells went to her daughter's room to go and check on her. Couldn't find her. So obviously, yeah, they're phoning the police because the other curfew for the other girl had gone. This is what I mean. Everything is in plain sight. You can't, the people you think you can trust the most are the ones that will damage you the most. I'm telling you. Some people really are heartless. Some people will sit there laughing at your misery while pretending to console you. And the fact that this is not the first time, people, that we've seen someone, unalive someone, and go on TV playing that fucking stupid face and that, when you see, I feel so bad for them. I hope that they get returned safely. Is it? Really though? These mofos. Anyways, police got called, yeah. Because they filed a missing report at 5 to 10 in the night of the girls going missing. Over 400 officers were assigned to a full-time search for the girls. Not part-time, you know. Just drop everything. Drop everything and start looking. And these are kids. 6 weeks holiday. Didn't we have Levi Bell going around playing dildo? Trying to unalive every blonde woman. Like, Levi, what's wrong with you? Serious. I bet there were no blonde hair that was being bought then. Shit, you know, going around unaliving all these pretty girls, you can make it up. I mean, if you're going to unalive someone, make them ugly. Do you know what I mean? Anyways. So officers are searching everywhere, people. They went house to house, you know what I mean? There was hundreds of volunteers. In fact, you know what? I was living in London at the time. And I think that was was I a stripper then? I remember I just left a very violent relationship. And the person I was living with, like I said, you cannot make my life up. His name, first name was Ian, and the last name started with a, it sounded exactly like Ian. And obviously, it wasn't him because the age difference. Because my friend was a bit older. And he had a kind of heart, but he was a big, massive bloke. And I'm pretty sure that if he didn't have a bad leg, he probably could have done a few on the live, but he hasn't got the heart. Do you know what I mean? But not making a joke out of it at all. This is not anything funny. But I don't want to make anyone's Sunday more miserable than it already is. So, yeah, I remember being very vigilante about everyone because I couldn't believe like they'd gone missing. And I had, you really pray, innit, that they're going to be found. But after so many days, you have a sinking feeling. But to me, because they were still missing, I was thinking, please just say you ran away. Please, one of the parents say you had an argument and the girls have got a little den somewhere. And when they ran out of food in about 5 days, they'll be back. That was my stupid wishful thinking, but I wish it wasn't wishful. I think I'd prefer that. I really would, people. And like the parents said, they've been wary of talking to strangers. Do you know what I mean? No, the people started to suspect that there was a kidnapping. Don't know why. So they started questioning everyone that was registered on the sex offenders list. Hi, Jill, how are you, honey pot? And there was, 200, at the time, 260 registered offenders across the UK, including 15 high-risk people. They were all questioned. And that's the thing, unless they've been caught, they're not going to walk around going, hi, you're right, mate, I'm Mark, I'm a pedo. Yeah, listen, you're just going to pull him away at 6 o'clock. Don't let me see bath time. Like, really? I grew up I thought it was just my time, didn't realise this has been going on for billions of years, where a lot of women essentially know that their child is being abused and they turn a blind eye. And it could be for many reasons, financial reasons, because they've been abused themselves. It could literally be numerous reasons. You know, they're scared, mental abuse, financial abuse, physical abuse, nowhere to go. You know what I mean? Or just what I found out, which really fucking shocked me, was that some women actually liked it. And that's where we get onto Maxine Carr. Because a lot of people are saying she was innocent in this and she was just going along with her boyfriend. You're a teacher, honeypot. You're a fucking teacher. So if you got with a caretaker at the school and you found and he's telling some little girlies to come to his yard on a Sunday night, I think my spidey senses would have been tingling. I don't know about you, lot, you know what I mean? I'm not the cleverest, I'm not the sharpest tool in the box, but I would have been like, red flags. This man is draped in red. Literally. And you know, you can't go around blaming people for things. A lot of people get blamed for a lot of things. Thank you, Enigma. Thank you. People read what Enigma says. This woman, let me just try and type that pin message. She literally gave him an alibi. She sat there saying, no, he was with me. We was just chillaxing. We didn't do nothing now, blood. Do you know what I mean? Wow. I'm a teacher and I look so small and timid. Her eyes look like the fucking devil reborn. That's just my opinion. As soon as I saw that bitch, I thought, nah. With him, I probably would have fucking been that stupid because Ian's got, you know, that soft voice. And nobody thinks, oh, you know, Ian Huntley would be like that. He's a caretaker after all. So BBC done the news, and let's hear it out. I'm going to turn it up for you, lot people, so you can hear it. There's nothing wrong with my face or my hair today. I just can't be arsed. You know what I mean? Going on. Me and my admins, we decided to show the new look yesterday and the day before. And then we said when we got the newer Shamz, or a newer room, then we'll do it. Even better, people. We'll do some get ready with me stories. You lot can start choosing my clothes and that. And you better have good taste. Choosing what nail varnish and that. I've only ordered all the pale blues and light blues now. But we will catch up. We need cash, people. We need it. So, this is the breaking news.
He suffered significant head trauma after being attacked with a makeshift weapon.
So, he suffered significant head trauma. Good. It was St. Anthony Russell, didn't he? Is that? I've heard of that. Is that?
Franklin on the 26th of February. He's been on life support in hospital since then.
Oh, hold on, people. So this happened on the 26th of February. I didn't hear much people chatting about that, did you? And he's been on life support since then. This is something I want to hear about, do you know what I mean? Knowing that we got one less fucking idiot out there. Knowing that we're saving taxpayers' money for paying for that twat tramp to be alive. So do I feel bad? I'm not trying to say I'm an angel. I don't want to be one of them YouTubers that goes, I don't really wish death on anyone, but you know what? My mum said if you got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. So I best keep my fucking mouth shut, innit? I best keep my bum mouth shut because I don't feel sorry for someone. And this is a trigger warning that decided to do what with the girls after you unalive them. Does it even tell you? Did he unalive them? Because I was living in London at the time. And I kind of heard it through the grapevine that there was a CID attack on the girls to try and get rid of the evidence. So I think that's why when they found their necklace, God, it's sickening. A young woman named Karen Greenwood reported seeing the girls arm in arm along College Road. Yeah. One before that, called Lucy, and said, look, the girls are in a Beckham shirt. And that's that infamous picture we've got of the two little girls just before they went missing. Police received statements of a suspicious white van. 12th of August, police launched an appeal to trace the driver of a four-door, dark green saloon car. Things was going on, yeah? Then, the evening after that, a jogger told the police that mounds of earth had been disturbed. Now, you know what that means, innit, peeps? So someone said that they'd spoken to the girls immediately before their disappearance. And guess who that person was? What did Tony say? Hiding in people. You see what that means? This person was hiding in plain sight. He went on the fucking news saying, I was the last one to see them. Braggadocious.
Best friends Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman in 2002. Our senior UK correspondent, Mxxderer, has the story.
SOHAM in Cambridgeshire, an ordinary Sunday in August. Jessica Chapman and Holly Wells were best friends, mad about Manchester United. This photo taken by...
Let's just listen to this one.
Holly Wells and Jessica Chapman, best friends, who went missing after going to buy sweets one summer's evening 24 years ago. Their disappearance sparked an intense search involving hundreds of police officers and volunteers in and around the small town of SOHAM in Cambridgeshire. One of those volunteers was Huntley, a school caretaker, who gave interviews to the media about how he had supposedly spoken to the girls on the day they went missing.
Listen to this.
In that conversation and thinking perhaps something different could have been said. Perhaps get them here a little bit longer.
Back and around the small
Hold
town
on,
of SOHAM.
that was a murderer. He went on fucking TV while people were searching, knowing exactly what he done. I'm not saying that he's going to turn around to the police and go, hello, it was me. I'm not that stupid. But to me, it's just a fucking sheer audacity of someone doing that to another human, to two human beings, to two human beings. And to me, it's just like laughing in our faces. It's vile.
One of those volunteers was Huntley, a school caretaker, who gave interviews to the media about how he had supposedly spoken.
Look,
Holly Wells
this
and
is
Jessica
Ian
Chapman,
and his missus.
best friends,
And he
who
also got
went
my
missing
head on.
after going to buy sweets one summer's evening 24 years ago. Their disappearance sparked an intense search involving hundreds of police officers and volunteers.
Now watch the
in and
murderer.
around the small
See,
town of SOHAM.
watch,
in
hold
Cambridgeshire.
on, peeps.
One of those volunteers was Ian Huntley,
See him?
school caretaker.
That's the one
who
we're
gave
talking
interviews
about.
to the media about how he had supposedly spoken
Filthy
to the
fucker.
girls on the day they went missing.
I keep reliving that conversation and thinking perhaps something different could have been said. Perhaps kept them here a little bit longer and maybe changed events.
That was
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, people? I wish there was a different change of events. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, because it's got the transcript here. I can't believe the fucking cheek. Right, let's have a look. It says, he has supposedly spoken to the girls on the day that they went missing. I keep reliving that conversation and thinking perhaps something different could have been said. You keep reliving that conversation and perhaps something different could have been said. Oh, did you mean the girls wasn't going along with what you wanted? I mean, is it just me, or would you have been like, oh, why did you come out with that? I keep reliving that conversation. Did you though? Is it? I'm thinking perhaps something different could have been said. Perhaps kept them here a little bit longer. Maybe changed events. Fuck me. In that little sentence, people, how much can you read into that? Is that Peter here? Peter Shane! Peter Ian Huntley's dead. Thank fuck. No lie. But did you hear that? You know, you can imagine how terrified. Then, after he unalived them and tried disposing the body in the bath, allegedly, that be. I'm just saying allegedly, because I don't know how many people are supposed to know that crap. But he dumped their bodies in a ditch 10 miles away. It's really telling what he says on TV. That is such a sign for a sociopath. Psychology, they will sit there telling you, they've tried to save your life, help you. They've done everything on God's earth. And if only we had 3 seconds longer, things would have been different, is it? To me, that is one of the most dirtiest, narcissistic, poisonous things that I've heard. Because now we know what we know. I'm not saying at the time, but now that we know what we know, it's exactly what it says, people. I keep reliving that conversation. What conversation? And thinking perhaps something different could have been said. Perhaps kept him here a little bit longer. Maybe changed events. Now, to any normal person, you'd have been like, yeah, we meant if he'd have just asked them more questions like, where you going, girls, blah, 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 blah. Well, hold on. You're saying that there was an ER for how long? And the teacher was there. Now as a teacher and they're walking the streets at 10 years old at that time of night, you would have been like, hold on, where's your parents? Let me contact them. Wouldn't you have checked that they got home safely? Or is it just me being a bit too vigilante here? You know what I mean? It just seems a bit off. These are the signs that we're always missing. But anyways, he was on cleaning duty and he served 22 years into his life sentence, because that's what he got. Now, if this was America or some other countries, mofo probably wouldn't be alive. They took how long to convict all these people like Levi Bell and, you know, people like this one here, Myra the law. But when you look at the Idaho 4 case and the evidence that they've got, you don't know who's the clone. Is it the FBI? Is it the police? Or is it us? Which one's cloning? Who's cloning who? Because if they think, I believe that Brian done that, I'm not saying he ate a part, but if they think he planned and done that on his own, that just gives me no hope in humanity anymore. I'd rather like solve my own murder. If anyone was brave enough. Shouldn't really give out that. But anyways, don't be brave enough. Anyways, he was in prison in Franklin, in England, people. He was on cleaning duties. He should be good at that, isn't he? Cleaning up in a workshop. And he was bludgeoned, with a metal pole by another prisoner. The prisoner is thought to be Anthony Russell, a convicted murderer and rapist. Well, when they say rapist, I think they mean he rapes women over the age, which don't make it no fucking better, but you know what, better than a fucking kid. Is it though? So, that's what happened, people. Tell me, what do you think about this? Why is the news kept it from us? Do you trust anyone with your children implicitly? And on top of that, this is like, how many times have we heard this murder thing? I'm just a bit, you know. Yeah, Peter is dead, babes. He passed away yesterday. He got his devil wings, finally. While Maxine, like most evil women, are just sitting there laughing, reaping what she sowed. Because when I done a study, I found out most women that are implicated in things to do with children abuse, they're the ones that actually encourage the men. But because society has told us that we only blame the man, we only mainly think it's the man, unless we've got solid, like, you know, they definitely done it. My humble opinion is God will deal with him, and that's all I can say. I do not want to be nasty on this channel. If normal human beings are thinking like me, you know what we're thinking. Do we give two flying fucks? Shams don't care. On that note, like, subscribe, and share. Ian Huntley, I bet you wouldn't go to heaven and dare. Try it. That's if you could even get halfway up the steps, love. On that note, thank you. My 3 admins have been on. Enigma, Peter Shine, Tony Rose. I love you. And I'll speak to you later on. I think I'm going to get me something to eat. And then speak to you like later on the Goddess channel. We'll have something a bit more chillaxing. It'll be all around the show. That's if I'm still awake, people. I'm getting old. And nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right, everyone, chillax, have a lovely weekend. At least we got one less evil on earth, innit? So, I ain't sorry, nigga, no. Love you all. Like, subscribe, share. Shamz, okay. Mwah.